Okay. Well, I had warts all on my fingers, and I was in high school, and I had already been taken to the doctor, and he was going to burn them off, and that didn't work. So somebody said, "Why don't you go up to Mr. Ford? He can talk the warts off your hand." So I go up there, and he sits there and he rubs my finger. I guess I had 5 or 6 warts on that one finger.
Oh.
And he said, "Well, who do you want to give them to?" And I said, "Can I give them to a black?" And he said, "I don't think white warts would look good on a black person." And I laughed, and he just rubbed them, and he said, "It'd be okay." And a week later, they were all gone.
Well, where did you send the warts to?
I don't know where he sent them to. I probably didn't send them to nowhere, but he got the warts off my hand. I believe him.
Uh-huh.
He got the warts off of me.
Did like it was magical?
I don't know what it was, McKenna. I don't know, but they all disappeared, and I had tried and tried and tried to get them off, and they wouldn't come off.
Do you told me before you think that this it was a hereditary ability that he would need to pass on to someone?
Yeah, usually my grandmother, she could talk the fire out of you. And the preacher said that was the works of the devil.
The works of the devil?
Yeah, it works of the devil.
Well, tell me about this. Talking the fire out of you. What is that?
Well, if you burn yourself and it's burning real bad, and you go to grandma, she could talk to you and it quit burning. So only one person. She could pass it on to one person. But my grandmother could talk the fire out of it.
Well, why didn't she pass it on to you?
Miss Irene burned herself before we went to prayer meeting one night. And she knew that Grandma could talk the fire out of it, and it was burning her so bad. So she went to Grandma to get her to talk the fire out of it. And she did. And Irene told the preacher, Grandma talked the fire out of it, and he said, "That's the work of the devil."
No, what? I'm sure your grandma didn't appreciate that too much.
I don't know what she said, but anyway, that stuck in my mind because I was a little girl at that time.
Well, if she could pass it on to someone, why didn't she pass it on to you?
I don't know. Nobody. I don't think I think it just dropped there. I don't think she passed it on. I think she died before she passed it on to anybody. Because I don't remember anybody else being able to talk the fire out of you.
Do you know of any other situations like that? There was a man who could talk warts off of you, and your grandmother could talk the fire out of you.
Yeah.
If
you burn yourself, she could. It'd get all better. If you went to Grandma. Now, Lou's mama could put oil on a in a bowl and could tell your fortune, tell what's going on.
Did she ever do that to you? Do that for you? Tell your fortune from the oil and the water?
It's not necessarily. She could just tell about you. And but she has done that. I've seen her do it. The way the oil separates and all, she could tell if you're going to be happy or if anything bad was going to happen or anything like that. So she had some kind of something like that, like we were talking about.
Do you think it's did she charge to do that, or did she just do it for her family?
No. They do it only to help people.
Oh, that's good to hear.
But see, we never could go. See, we lived in Alabama, and they lived at Niagara Falls, and we never could go home without her knowing that we were coming.
Oh.
So we wouldn't tell her. We was going to try to surprise her. And she always knew when we were coming.
You don't think maybe she
had
called your house and you didn't
No,
answer?
no.
And, yeah.
I don't even know if we were so poor, I don't even know if we had a phone back then.
Oh.
But anyway, she knew, she could always tell. But now, I'll tell you one thing, she didn't know, she don't know everything, because when Lou and I got married and went to New York, she didn't know who I was when I walked in the house.
Oh, my.
She thought I was one of Catherine's girlfriends.
Oh, well, why do you think that was?
Huh?
Why do you think that was? You'd met her before.
No, I never met her before. I never met his mom and daddy until after we got married.
Wow, that's a lot different than relationships nowadays.
Yeah, well, see, of course, he was in the service at Craig Air Force Base in Selma, and I met him in Selma.
Mm-hmm.
And we
Were
married.
you at the USO? Okay?
Yeah.
My goodness.
Yeah, I went to lots of USOs. And we had lots of fun. And we'd go down by the river, and he would sing to me all the time.
Oh.
But I never met his mom and daddy, so I didn't know what I was getting into.
I don't think I ever heard Pawpaw sing. What would he sing to you?
Oh, honey, he had the best voice. He used to sing on the radio.
Really?
Oh,
what?
yeah.
Tell me about this.
And he sung at weddings and in funerals and everything.
And it just died out of him. What kind of songs?
He could sing, but in later years he used to sing Ave Maria.
Ave Maria.
Yeah, he was just that was just beautiful, and he'd sing the Lord's Prayer, and he sung a lot of songs, but he sung at a lot of people's weddings and all.
Wow, I never knew that.
Yeah, he had a great voice.
Mm-hmm. You said that your family wasn't too impressed by him, though, originally?
Well, not that they wasn't impressed by him. He was a Catholic, and that was like somebody from outer space.
Really? In Linden, Alabama?
In Linden, Alabama. Here, this little southern girl married a Yankee and a Catholic. That was just
New York City. But yes, my goodness. Did people used to stare at him?
Well, I can remember back when I was going with Lou before we got married. We'd go down to Linden, and Louise would want to walk down the street with him because he was real good looking.
And she's trying to steal your man.
No, she just wanted people to see her with him, you know. But no, I don't think she's trying to steal him, but she'd want him to walk down the street with her.
Do you, this is, you could have sold him out, Granny. You could have rented him out to your sisters. Yeah.
I don't know. He always told me, though, I was the pick of the litter. It kind of embarrassed me, though. He would say that in front of Louise and Robert and all of them.
No.
He said, I got the pick of the litter.
Oh.
I was so embarrassed that time.
Oh. And then that was back when Carolyn. How old was Carolyn at that time?
Carolyn was very young because after we got married and had all three of our kids, she came and lived with us, and she was 14 or 15 years old then. And we said, you can live with us, but you've got to follow our rules. And if you say you're going to be home at a certain time, you got to be home at that certain time. She didn't like the time.
Kicked her to the curb.
Yeah. No, she left and went back home. Well, you can't say that, though, because everybody else thinks they're the pick of the litter, and we ain't not no pigs anyway.
Yeah. Well, Mom, I mean, you still have all your teeth? Yeah. Some more you can say about a lot of your sisters. Yeah.
Well.
But, yeah.
Cut that thing off now.
Oh, another story.
I don't know of anything else.
Oh. How about how Louise lost her class ring?
Let me see. I'll tell you something that you'll get a kick out of.
What?
When one year, we would go back, we would drive to Niagara Falls once a year. Well, sometimes twice a year, but once a year. Every year we would drive back up there. And it took us a long time to go driving up there. And one year, Perry went with us. And it was so funny because Lou was teaching Annette the months of the year.
Mm-hmm.
And he got so mad at her because she would go January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, November. September, October. She'd do it again. Hey, cut that off.
Hey.